Welcome to Terrakuni Jinja, largest, most powerful Shinto shrine in the immediate area, but that's not what we're really here for. We're going to the top of the hill. Here we are, overlooking Sakurajima. Not done yet. This is the old water tower. They used to feed the city directly below the hill around the old castle site. Now it's still in use, but not pumping a lot of water out anymore. Here we are up at the top of Shiroyama, which translates to Castle Hill. Technically Castle Mountain, but let's be honest, it's just a big hill overlooking Sakurajima. Sakurajima is an active volcano, but it's been quiet for the last 20 years or so. There have been a few belches where a little bit of steam and ash comes out, and one or two big burps that threw ash about 2-3 miles into the air. But for the most part, there hasn't been much activity in the last couple of years. The really big eruption was in 1914 that connected the island to the main peninsula, Osumi, by a land bridge, and burying the nearby valley under like 40 feet worth of solid rock. There was a Shinto shrine at the base of the valley that had a torii gate that was completely buried, and when the city excavated the area to put in a school, digging down 10-15 feet, the workers ran into the top of the gate and decided that they would just leave the top 6 or 8 inches of the gate exposed at the bottom of the excavation point as a reminder of the power of the eruption. The gate itself is about 10 feet tall, so there's another 10 feet of ash underneath that. Time to keep going. Here we are, about halfway down the hill. If we continue down to the right, we'll go down to a picnic area before reaching the base of the hill a little bit more quickly behind a children's museum near the main art museum. We're going to go to the left. This is going to take us to the main promontory, no idea how to pronounce that, and another view of the island across the bay. Here we are at the little picnic area. This entire area has been completely recovered. The trail here leads down to the bottom of the hill, again behind the art gallery and museum. But we're going to continue down towards Reimeikan. This is the promontory. It's the first clear view of the island between here and the main observation deck. It used to be very pretty a long time ago when you didn't have all the buildings and you could actually see Kinko Bay. Onward. This is the monument to the Satsuma retainers. Back in 1753, the shogun and his government declared that the Satsuma area down here was going to provide engineers and construction workers to work on a levee that was going to protect a river area in the Gifu, Aichi, and Mie prefectures. Well, the project went very, very, very badly because of mismanagement at the shogun's side, the government side, and most of the men were killed. Unfortunately, the person in charge of the main project was really, really powerful and ordered the commander of the forces from Satsuma to commit seppuku. So this monument is dedicated in their memory. This used to be the old Tsurumaru castle site for the Satsuma clan. And eventually the castle burned down, was never rebuilt. And the main gate was eventually rebuilt back about a year ago. And it opened at the time of the pandemic shutdown, which basically threw everything into a tailspin. And for some reason now the gate is closed off and they're doing repairs on that. It's only been around for like 9 months and it's closed again. This entire area has a lot of history. Saigo Takamori led his students against the new imperial government after helping overthrow the old shogunate. And his friends turned against him at the end, and he ended up committing suicide during a last-ditch battle on Shiroyama. The cave where he and his men hid is behind the hill, and his suicide point, where he had his head cut off and then hidden somewhere, is alongside the hill down near the train tracks. I've never been able to find where along the train tracks it was supposed to be. The sign at the street level points down, but not at anything in particular. And the memorial to him is about 2 blocks farther north of here. So this is the Reimeikan Natural History Museum, and this was constructed about 2 years before I got down here, which would be 10 to 11 years ago. So let's keep going. Got this little fish pond. I've never seen carp in here, just a bunch of water bugs. It's a nice quiet area. I've never seen watchmen here or security guards. There's no gate. So you can come in here as early in the morning as you want, try to escape all the noise and stress from the rest of the city. And you're really only maybe a 3-minute, 5-minute walk away from City Hall and all the government buildings. So this is pretty much the main city center. Tenmonkan is less than a 10-minute walk away, and that's the big shopping district area here. So it's a nice quiet place to come sit around and just chill. There's a sign saying that this is a tea house, but I've never seen it open. Not sure if it's still in use or if it's just architecturally interesting now. This is actually a really good place to see songbirds. Some of the birds that I've seen down here, I've never seen anywhere else in the city. But you pretty much have to come out here at like 6 in the morning to be able to find anything. So it's a nice place to visit, but you're not going to be able to live here. And back to the front. You can actually crawl through that tunnel if you want. I was going to create a text-based adventure game set here, and crawling through the tunnel was going to be one of the parts of the trick to get out. Didn't happen. I took a lot of pictures for it, but was just never able to find a server that would host what I wanted to do. But if you want, you can crawl through. And yeah, here we are at the gate. You can walk through, but you can't see anything. So that was fast. 9 months and reconstruction. Not sure what the point is. Well, that's it right here. I'll leave you with some one-piece construction pole holders. They do love themselves. They're one piece.